All right. Fourth time's a charm, right? It's Christopher Sims out here in Indianapolis, Indiana, and this is my EDM plan overview for week four. We're still going with the recording studio theme here, so without further ado, let's get to it. This may be a bit quicker than the other ones, but hopefully it still goes. Now, the basic overview will be the data will be collected through our current business procedures, which is the website that everybody goes to book their studio time and request the engineer that they want for the studio session. And using the ETL model designed previously, the data will be transformed and loaded into a data warehouse ready to be analyzed. And the BI administrator will be responsible for data governance, security, and the monthly data analysis report. Now, this is the star schema. So from the website, it will pull from the booking, engineer, customer, and genre dimensions. Then engineer, we have this engineer name, whoever engineered in the session, along with the artist name of that session and the date and time of that session. Over in booking, we have the artist name, the time of session, the date of session, and the total hours booked for that session. Over in customer, we will have the customer ID, which will be random numbers that we give to each customer to help identify them in the system quicker. Um, then we will have the artist name and also a address that's available for, of course, for business references, but also in case we find anything that's valuable to them in the studio that we can return them properly to the right artist. Down here we have artist name and the genre of music associated with the artist. And it will all be feeding to this fact table, which is customer ID, artist name, genre, time booked, date booked, engineer, and origin. Origin is basically address. Next slide. Now, the staffing and the cost analysis. So, as far as staffing, I say to be take about 2 months to get the actual dimensional model implicated into and work up and running. I say 3 months just in case something goes wrong. Give them about 3 months for the BI developer. So we're going to need two BI developers and one BI administrator. Now, the BI developers, uh, after researching certain costs and everything, I've seen that BI developers make about 33 an hour average. And excuse me, the phone going off. And so I took that, multiplied about 40 hours, 3 months. The third month would be just in case. Hopefully, we won't need the third month, but it'll round out to about $16,000 for those two BI developers for the time that we need them. And once they're done, we will have a BI administrator who will be there for the entire implementation. He will be there helping with the entire implementation as well, but he will be here all year round to do the basic data governance, security, doing the basic maintenance, making sure he's checking for errors in the data and making sure the data is accurate on a regular basis. The BI administrator will be here year round for that. And the the data warehouse solution by Oracle that I suggested in the discussion. So you're looking at about 16,000 for the BI developers. The BI administrator runs between 80K to 101K. So figured I'd meet in the middle, maybe lower, depending on the size of this project, which is not that big of a project, and the overall cost for the warehouse solution. And so the total investment goes to about $165,000. Not bad to gain a competitive advantage, right? Now here's the timeline. First month will be all going to hiring staff and collecting all the software and assets that we need. The second month will be the beginning of the model implementation. The third month will be continued of the model implementation, and the fourth month will be model implementation if needed. So the fourth month can easily turn in the fifth month here, which is the data has been transformed and is loaded into the warehouse ready for its first reports in the fourth month. The fifth month. And between all of these months, at the end of each and every one of these months, we'll have a meeting with the investors and executives over the status, basically a brief status report showing where we are with the project and how much further we have to go, as well as budget updates. Now, the primary goals of this project is to be able to recognize our most requested engineers and the hours they are requested the most. We want to be able to reveal the most popular music genre that is practiced within our facility. We also want to understand who our most valuable artists are and the hours they request the most. And we would like to learn artist locations to decide if and where we should open a second recording facility. And I think all these are very viable reasons to incorporate business intelligence into our recording studio. With that, I bid you adieu. You guys have a lovely morning.